Everybody needs to start working when they're 16 years old, start pushing a broom, digging with the shovel. They need grunt work. They need to learn what it's like to make a buck. They need minimum wage or less. So it'll make them want to appreciate working for themselves, working hard hours. I've been working 7 days a week for 47 years, it seems like. But that's what it takes I like my toys. And to get toys, you got to have money. These are all empty boxes, so it can't be up there. There it is. Harley watch container. I spend 7 days a week, 24 hours a day looking for parts. I'm constantly looking. I'm investing every bit of money I have. Every time I sell something, I turn that money back into inventory. So I've got everything I've ever made on my shelves. And people don't realize how much time and energy is put into that. And when I get something, I don't just snap my fingers and turn it profit. I got to photograph it. I got to make sure it is what I bought. I got to describe it. I've got to type all of that information into a database along with the photos and hope that somebody wants to buy it. And once I've put it on the shelf with a part number and they bought it, I got to go find it. I got to package it properly so it can handle the journey. Got to print out a label, and then I got to hope they're happy with it. So there's a lot of steps and processes for one item. When I was a kid, I thought I could make money selling lemonade in the lemonade stand. I tried mating my gerbils to sell back to the pet store, mating fish to sell back to the pet store.
That worked?
No, it didn't work. Tell me your idea. Back in 1993, I started working at Dudley Perkins in San Francisco in the Harley business. Had no idea why. College education, and started working there for $8 an hour in the parts department. I didn't know an FXR from a Softail, and I had to learn the hard way with the parts manuals and books and everything. And then after 3 years there, I started realizing there's a niche, there's a need for used Harley parts. There wasn't back then. And then eBay came out in '98 when I started that. And then one day I said, well, why don't I buy these parts and resell them? And I started doing that on the side. It was a conflict of interest with the people I worked for, and then I got other jobs and kept working in the industry, and in '99 I started on my own. I used to love to ride hard and fast and do stupid shit. I'm lucky to be alive. But the businessman, I've always been acquiring things since I was a little kid. And when I was 12, people used to say, what do you want to do when you grow up, Ricky? I said, I want to own my own business. What do you want to own? And I didn't have an answer. I didn't until I found Harley-Davidson used parts. Yeah, I was the skinniest kid in school and got picked on in middle school and high school. And didn't use my fists much. Had to use my mouth to get out of problems because everybody was twice my age. And I think that fire inside me is still burning to do something bigger and better than the average man. Maybe that's it. The hunt and the capture is what I find fun. And then like you saw this morning, it's Christmas morning around here when the FedEx or UPS or USPS drops a bunch of packages, and I get to open them up and see what I bought. work by the hour. I don't get paid. When people tell me, oh, I got 2 weeks paid vacation, I don't understand that. They get a day off paid, I don't understand that. They get benefits, I don't get shit. I gotta make it. I don't want to get them scratched. I got up to $90,000 in debt on credit cards one time, but I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and I kept working 7 days a week, and I'm finally out of debt. So, young people, use credit cards carefully. My eyeballs tell me to straight. People over the years in schools, they've always been taught to go to school, get an education so you can go to work for somebody. Go work for the man. Help them make money. And I'm really against that. I think people need to be taught self-sufficiency so they can learn how to survive on their own. Makes them stronger, gives them more self-esteem when they can do that. And it's not easy all the time. It took me till I was 33 or 34 years old before I was on my own. And you never know it's going to pop until it starts succeeding. And then you just put all your energy and effort into that one and start growing. And man, if I could just go to these little schools and tell these kids, unfortunately schools are kind of, everybody goes to one class. So everybody's mind's a little different than everybody else's. Some people are made to follow, some people are made to lead. And the followers, that's fine, do that. The leaders, they need a different class to help them hone those skills in to working for themselves and making good shit happen. It'd be nice to try to do that with everybody, but not everybody's made that way. People are either born to do it or they're not. I was, ever since I was a kid. That's all I wanted to do was work for myself, own my own business. Some people don't understand that, are too scared to take that risk, that challenge. When I said adios to working for other people, I had to have something happen. I had to be working 7 days a week. And I tried this, I tried that, I had all types of little businesses that I tried, and finally when I found used Harley parts, that's what took off. That's what made it happen. Jeff Smith, a master mechanic and a craftsman that makes wonderful things. We started building bikes in '05, and we bought 4 FXR frames from Chopper Guys. We made 4 totally different bikes. Made the tanks, made the fenders, made the handlebars. But we were about 10 years late. Nobody wanted to buy them. About 2 years ago, I found a 92 FXRP on eBay. It was over in Texas, and I bought it. They shipped it out here. It's pretty stock, didn't have the fairing or the bags on it. And I was going to take it apart in pieces, sell it off piece by piece, which I'm known to do. I took it for a ride and realized it's a complete bike. It's kind of nice, it's got potential. They're made for me, they weren't made to sell to someone else out there. Yeah. And probably hurt myself by doing it, but I made some cool bikes and kind of got put on the map a little bit that way. Yeah. Again, I do not turn wrenches. I tried it and I'm no good at it. I've got 3 different bikes over here. One of them needs to be, 2 of them need to be redone from ground up. And the creativity part of it, that's my outlet, that's my fun, that's why I'm here on planet Earth, is to create those bikes, make them my way. And you know, I come up with the idea, I give it to Jeff in his head, it comes out of his hands on the bike. And hopefully we come up with some cool shit, and I can put it on Facebook and YouTube and just show more people what you can do with FXRs.